Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video we'll be talking about the history behind the immortal blade from Sekiro. Before we start today's video, a short disclaimer. I am not a historian, I am just simply passionate about samurai history, so I do get things wrong from time to time. So please tell me if I got anything wrong in the comments down below. What is the immortal blade? In lore, it's an odachi capable of slaying the undying. It's a cursed blade that will take the life of anyone who dares draw it. Without the power of re-resurrection, one cannot hope to wield this weapon, which allows one to defeat even infested beings. Long concealed within Senpo Temple, the blade is inscribed with its true name, Gracious Gift of Tears. Now moving on to the history comparison that I believe inspired the immortal blade. But first we must talk about the person who made the swords. Muramasa was born before 1501, was a famous swordsmith who founded the Muramasa school and lived during the Muromachi period in the 14th to the 16th century. In popular culture, Muramasa swords have often been depicted as cursed swords with demonic powers. Oscar Ratti and Adele Westbrook said that Muramasa was a most skilled smith but vulgar and ill-minded, verging on madness that is supposed to have possessed into his blades. They were believed to hunger for blood and to impact the warrior to commit murder or suicide. It has also been told that once drawn, a Muramasa blade has to draw blood before it can return to its scabbard, even to the point of forcing the wielder to wound himself or to commit suicide. It is thought as a demon-cursed blade that causes bloodlust in those who wield it, in spite of the original representation as fine blades forged by the shogunate Tokugawa Ieyasu and his vassals. The swords made by Muramasa gradually became a symbol of anti-Tokugawa movement. Furthermore, in lore and popular culture from the 18th century, the swords have been regarded as wicked katanas. Because of their extreme sharpness, Muramasa swords were favored especially by the samurai of Mikawa, led by Tokugawa Ieyasu. Naturally, when a misfortune happened in the Tokugawa clan, it was often related to Muramasa swords. Matsudaira Kieyasu was the grandfather of Ieyasu, was mistakenly killed by his own vassal with a Muramasa sword. Ieyasu's father was stabbed with a Muramasa sword by Hiramatsu Haichiya, who lost his mind by excessive drinking. Ieyasu's first son was forced to commit suicide. His beheader used a Muramasa sword. In spite of these unfortunate events, Tokugawa Ieyasu and his generation seem to generally appreciate Muramasa weapons. Ieyasu himself owned two swords forged by Muramasa, and left them into his family. Later generations in the shogunate, however, generally came to think of Muramasa as sinister items. In the Batsumaku period, in 1853 to 1868, Muramasa was somehow considered to be a curse bringer against the shogunate. A Muramasa blade was wielded by Prince Awasagawa Taruhito, the commander-in-chief of the imperial army against the Tokugawa shogunate, during the Boshin War in 1868 to 1869. If you remember our history on the Interior Ministry, I said that they were based off a great general that served Tokugawa Ieyasu. His name was Naomasa. As well, we took a look at the Interior Ministry symbol that had a striking resemblance to the Tokugawa Kamon. This may tell us that Sekiro is based off in the time of Ieyasu unifying Japan and a bit of the Boshin War. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget you can leave any video suggestions and I can try and do them. With that out of the way, I'll see you next time.